Ransomware alert. Akira targets SonicWall SSL VPNs. July 2025 update. In a shocking twist that has cybersecurity experts on high alert, a surge in Akira ransomware attacks has been linked to vulnerabilities in SonicWall SSL VPNs as of July 2025. This isn't just another routine threat. It's a calculated escalation in the ongoing arms race between hackers and enterprise defenses. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the use of multi-factor authentication, MFA, and regular credential rotations, attackers are still slipping through. How? Let's break it down. Arctic Wolf, a leader in threat detection, has observed a sharp spike in ransomware campaigns exploiting SonicWall firewalls since mid-July 2025. The pattern is clear. Attackers are breaching systems via SSL VPNs within days of initial login, often bypassing even the most basic security layers. While brute force attacks and credential stuffing haven't been entirely ruled out, the evidence strongly suggests a zero-day vulnerability, something that leaves even the most vigilant organizations scrambling. And this is the part most people miss. In some cases, fully patched SonicWall devices were compromised after credentials were rotated. Yes, even with time-based one-time password, TOTP NFA enabled, attackers managed to infiltrate systems. This raises a critical question. Are we overestimating the effectiveness of our current security protocols? Arctic Wolf Labs is actively investigating this campaign and promises to share more details as they emerge. The Akira ransomware isn't new, but its recent tactics are. Since October 2024, malicious actors have been using virtual private server (VPS) hosting networks to mask their identities when accessing SSL VPNs. Unlike legitimate users who typically log in from ISP networks, these attackers are hiding in plain sight by mimicking cloud infrastructure. This shift in tactics highlights a growing trend. Ransomware groups are becoming more sophisticated in their ability to evade detection. So what can organizations do to protect themselves? Arctic Wolf offers a three-pronged strategy. 1. Disable SonicWall SSL VPN temporarily. Given the high likelihood of a zero-day exploit, the safest move is to disable the SSL VPN service until a patch is available. This isn't a permanent solution, but it's a necessary step to prevent further breaches. 2. Leverage Arctic Wolf MDR for real-time monitoring. Customers can now enable SonicWall log monitoring through Arctic Wolf's Managed Detection and Response (MDR) service. This allows for early detection of suspicious activity. Detailed configuration guides are available here. italksarcticwolf.com/bundle/msyslog/configure SonicWall to send logs to arcticwolf.html. 3. Install Arctic Wolf Agent and Sysmon. These tools provide critical visibility into system events, helping identify the tools and tactics used by attackers. Installation instructions for Windows, Linux, and Sysmon are provided in Arctic Wolf's documentation. For environments with existing endpoint detection and response EDR solutions, integrating them with Arctic Wolf is also recommended. But wait, there's more. SonicWall itself has issued best practices to harden firewall security. Enable services like botnet protection to detect SSL VPN targeting threats. Enforce MFA for all remote access. Remove inactive user accounts, especially those with SSL VPN privileges. Encourage regular password updates. However, even these measures may not be foolproof. For instance, blocking malicious activity from specific hosting-related autonomous system numbers, ASNs, is now being advised. While these networks aren't inherently bad, their use in suspicious login attempts raises red flags. Organizations should review and block traffic from ASNs like AS23470, ReliableSite.net LLC, and AS62240, Cloudvider Limited, specifically for VPN authentication. Here's the rub. Blocking all traffic from these ASNs could disrupt legitimate operations. The key is to apply restrictions only to VPN authentication. This nuanced approach balances security with functionality. As the cybersecurity landscape evolves, one thing is clear. Complacency is a luxury we can't afford. Could this be the next major cybersecurity crisis? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe zero-day exploits will become the norm? Or can proactive measures like MFA and real-time monitoring still hold the line? The debate is just beginning. SonicWall urges customers to take action. Potential zero-day exploit in VPN devices. Warning bells are ringing in the cybersecurity world. A wave of ransomware attacks is sweeping through organizations by targeting SonicWall VPN devices, and you could be at risk. If you rely on SonicWall firewalls, the next few minutes might be crucial for your organization's safety. But here's where things take a worrying turn. Security experts suspect hackers may have discovered a yet unknown or zero-day vulnerability in these devices. Most people only think about known bugs, but this incident challenges that assumption and calls for immediate action. This story broke over the weekend when multiple cybersecurity response teams, including major players like Arctic Wolf, Huntress, and even Google, noticed a spike in ransomware attacks, specifically Akira ransomware, involving SonicWall firewalls. SonicWall itself hasn't answered repeated requests for comment, but they did release an official notice confirming they are aware of the campaign and are taking it very seriously. According to these advisories, there's been a significant increase in attacks hitting Gen 7 SonicWall firewall devices running the SSL Secure Sockets Layer VPN protocol. What's most concerning? Even devices with all their security updates applied, so-called fully patched devices, have been compromised, sometimes after their passwords were changed. This strongly points to the involvement of a previously undisclosed vulnerability, which is often referred to as a zero-day. Most companies would expect their latest security patches to protect them. But here's the part many miss. In cybersecurity, there are always new threats emerging. As Arctic Wolf put it, while common attack methods like brute force or password stuffing haven't been completely ruled out, the evidence leans heavily toward a fresh and previously unknown security flaw. If you think your regular patch routine keeps you safe, this incident invites you to think again. The numbers are alarming. By Friday, Arctic Wolf had already detected multiple break-ins through SonicWall SSL VPNs within just a short span, and the attack pattern matched across incidents. Huntress, another major cybersecurity responder, confirmed at least 20 organizations had been targeted since July 25th. Their analysis found that in several cases, even accounts with multi-factor authentication, MFA, in place, what's usually seen as a gold standard of security, were taken over. The attackers didn't just stop at access. They moved laterally inside networks, stole credentials, escalated privileges, and deployed the Akira ransomware payload. This isn't an isolated issue either. Reports from Huntress, Arctic Wolf, and even cybersecurity firms like Sophos echo one another. The problem is widespread, and the attack speed is alarmingly fast. The consensus here is that only an undiscovered, zero-day exploit could explain how attackers are bypassing even enhanced security features like MFA and up-to-date firmware. If you're wondering whether older vulnerabilities might be responsible, Arctic Wolf's experts flatly note that the victims include devices fully updated with the latest patches. This should be a wake-up call for any IT admin who assumes patched means protected. In response, SonicWall has urged all customers to immediately disable SSL VPN services on affected devices until a fix is available. They are working alongside cybersecurity researchers to pinpoint the specific cause and are preparing new firmware updates should a new vulnerability be confirmed. Here's another detail that might raise eyebrows. Just 2 weeks before these incidents, Google warned about attacks on aging SonicWall appliances using a different vulnerability, CVE 2024-38475. Specifically hitting devices that have reached the end of their support lifecycle. It's a timely reminder of how cybercriminals are quick to pounce, not just on unpatched systems, but even on those considered retired by manufacturers. SonicWall devices are high-value targets precisely because they serve as secure gateways for remote workforces. But with trust in these devices now shaken by repeated and advanced attacks, organizations are left asking, is any firewall safe from truly determined attackers? So here's the controversial question. Should companies rely on VPN appliances at all when cyber threats evolve so quickly? Or is it time to rethink the entire architecture of remote access? If you've got strong opinions on the best ways to protect networks in this rapidly changing environment, jump into the comments. Do you trust manufacturers' patch cycles? Or do you think a more radical overhaul of cybersecurity practices is needed? Your perspective matters. Let's discuss what a modern defense strategy really looks like. SonicWall investigates SSL VPN zero-day after 20-plus targeted attacks. A potential zero-day vulnerability has been reported, and it's got the cybersecurity world buzzing. SonicWall, a leading network security vendor, is currently investigating a series of targeted attacks that have raised concerns. The recent surge in cyber incidents involving SonicWall firewalls with SSL VPN enabled has sparked an urgent investigation. SonicWall is leaving no stone unturned to determine if this is a new zero-day vulnerability or a previously disclosed one. But here's where it gets controversial. While SonicWall digs deeper, organizations using Gen 7 SonicWall firewalls are advised to take immediate action. The recommended steps include disabling SSL VPN services where possible, limiting connectivity to trusted IP addresses, and activating additional security measures like botnet protection and GeoIP filtering. And this is the part most people miss. The potential vulnerability may exist in firmware versions 7.2.0-7015 and earlier, specifically for TZ and NSA series SonicWall firewalls with SSL VPN enabled. The cybersecurity company Huntress has observed threat actors exploiting this potential flaw, with around 20 different attacks detected since late July 2025. The attack chains are sophisticated, involving the breach of SonicWall appliances, post-exploitation activities, and the deployment of Akira ransomware. The speed and success of these attacks, even against environments with multi-factor authentication enabled, strongly indicate a zero-day vulnerability. This is a critical and ongoing threat that demands immediate attention. So, what do you think? Is this a zero-day vulnerability, or is there another explanation? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take on this developing story.